And we all know, or at least can think about, one colleague who is extremely lazy but still gets paid at the end of the month. We might even be that lazy colleague. And then it hit me one day that I could replicate what I do for my clients for myself. Right now, I'm living the life that I would want to live if I was retired in my 60s. So I often get asked this question: what is life really like being retired early? And it usually comes from new acquaintances or perhaps friends that I haven't caught up with in a very long time. And I realized that the reality is, if given the chance, most people would choose to retire early. So in this video, I thought to share with you what life is realistically like being retired as a younger individual, its pros as well as its cons. And yes, early retirement is not all fairy tale. It does have a little bit of a downside. Hi, if you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Olajumoke and I retired from my 9-to-5 career in my 30s, and I now live off of my investments. On this channel, I share my journey into retirement, the things I did that enabled me retire early. I also talk about personal finance, investing, wealth creation, as well as self-improvement. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, definitely consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. Let's get straight into it. Now, I want to preface this entire video by giving you a little bit of a backstory. When I was in my 20s, I planned to retire around 45 to 50. I didn't plan to retire in my 30s. Why? Because I didn't think it was possible. In my 20s, I thought I needed around 20 to 30 years of additional work in order to accumulate enough wealth to retire at 45 or 50. But the one thing I always knew about myself is that I was not built, or I didn't want to work for an employer into my 60s. So in my 20s, I began working towards building enough wealth that would ensure that I didn't have to do that. And I was working towards a net worth of 1 million by the time I'm 40. Net worth is your assets, i.e. the things you own, all of your valuables, minus your liabilities, which are things like your debt, any sort of credit cards, student loans, things like that. Anything you owe is a liability. And so if you take your assets minus your liabilities, it would give you your net worth. And for me, that net number was $1 million. But the challenge was, my income was not going to be enough to get me to that goal in the time I'd set out for myself, especially when you consider that your income is actually your net income, i.e. income after taxes and your personal expenses. So I knew that I had to do something differently. So I did have several options, and some of them I did try out. I could have started a business and grown the business, but the conundrum was that I was working very long hours in my full-time job. I was traveling all the time. I actually did start 2 businesses whilst I was in employment, but again, they struggled because I couldn't allocate enough time to, if you will, my side hustles. So it just wasn't feasible to carry on with my businesses as well as working full time. At the time, my job was literally to make rich people richer. I was an investor on behalf of wealthy individuals and families. And then it hit me one day that I could replicate what I do for my clients for myself, even though I wasn't on the same sort of wealth level or income level as they were. And that's exactly what I started to do. I saw a drastic change in my finances and my wealth building journey, and the rest is history. Well, it's not quite history because I do share precisely what I did and my journey into retirement, and I will continue to do so. So when you're in a 9-to-5 career or a job, your hours are already sold to your employer at an hourly rate. At least that's true for the average individual. And that's it. You get 20 to 30 days of annual leave or holiday depending on your sector and what company you work for. But in retirement, your time is completely your own. You can do whatever you like, wherever you like, whenever you like. And you can structure your days as you please without limitations, especially if you are a single individual. And the same applies to married individuals, perhaps with children. Your time is your own, but of course there is a little bit more of a complexity because you have dependents. And so the first pro of being retired early is autonomy. Now, I personally do not define retirement as living on a beach somewhere, sleeping all day and watching Netflix all night. And as I mentioned earlier, for the average worker, there is usually a ceiling in terms of how much you can earn. But in some cases, that earning is negotiable when you start working, but of course, every salary increase after that might have to be a battle. The point is, you cannot out-earn your boss. No matter how much money you make for your company, you cannot take 100% of your earnings or your profits or the value that you add to your company. That's the point I'm trying to make. There is a cap in terms of how much you can earn. And even in jobs where you get bonuses or commissions, there is a cap in terms of the percentage you can actually take home. That's the point I'm trying to make here. That's what I mean when I say there is a ceiling in terms of your earnings. One of the great things about being retired from a 9 to 5 is the second benefit, your capacity to earn more by using the skills that you once sold to your employer to make money for yourself. And you may not even need to set up a company. However, this is recommended for various reasons for tax purposes. And there are individuals that are retired in their 60s and their 70s, and they are teaching their life and professional skills, earning from platforms like LinkedIn, YouTube, etc. Some are earning a lot more money than they were when they worked for a company. So the possibilities are truly endless. Now, depending on what job you do, some people absolutely cannot stand their jobs and others absolutely love their jobs, even when it's extremely stressful. And that is the third advantage of being retired: less stress. I personally experience less stress now that I'm retired, and I started to immensely appreciate the little things. So the time is now 10:42 a.m. and I'm sat here recording a YouTube video. Previously, of course, this isn't something that I could do unless I was on my annual leave. And after this, I'm walking off to the park to take a very nice walk. I'm going to stare at the trees, enjoy, take in some fresh air, think. And these are things that, of course, I could have done previously whilst I worked. But the challenge with that is I would have had to wake up an hour earlier to go to the park, perhaps at 4 a.m. I don't know if it's quite safe to be in the park by yourself at 4 a.m. But the bottom line is I would have either had to wake up early or wait until after work, which was sometimes 9 or 10 p.m. again, which wasn't feasible. But the point I'm trying to make is that my stress levels and my blood pressure has significantly reduced. And now we move on to the cons of being retired early. If you are someone who functions best within structures, retirement can be very challenging, at least initially, because there is no structure. In a 9 to 5, you know precisely where you need to be from 6 or 7 a.m. up until 6 or 7 p.m. And I've added those two peripheral hours because, of course, you have to wake up, get ready, perhaps take your kids to school before you get into work at 9 a.m. And also I've added your commute back home after work. So you know precisely where you need to be between, let's say, 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. And for most people, you also know what you'll be doing in the evenings. You have your routines, you need to put the children to bed if you're married with children, etc. So the point is, your days are pretty much structured and it's a cycle year in, year out. And your body system tends to adjust to that cycle. When you're retired, there is no structure. You don't have to be anywhere and you can be everywhere. And this was a personal struggle for me in my first year of retirement. I'm someone who loves structure. And a side note is to show you how much it affected me to keep myself occupied and keep my brain working. I actually opted to take another very difficult professional examination. And I chose to renovate my entire house as well. It was a struggle to say the least. But I have to admit that after 3 years of being retired, I'm in a calmer state and my mind is starting to enjoy the peace and the quiet, as well as the new structure that I have in place for myself. Now, when we had the global health crisis, I was actually still in my 9 to 5 at that time. And I remember a few colleagues who really struggled with being home alone. They were isolated and they were pretty much asking to come back into work and asking for everybody else to come back into work. And I cite that narrative as an example of how lonely life is for some people. The second downside of retirement is that retirement can be very lonely, particularly if you're someone who thrives in physical contact and community or being around colleagues, friends, and family. They are at work during the day, and so you have to find alternative ways to entertain yourself as well as keep your mind engaged. Now, money wasn't important to me when I was younger. As a child, I wasn't a child who wanted to take over the world. I had more important things to do, like being a child and enjoying my childhood. But the older I got, the more I realized, particularly in my 20s, how important money and wealth were to me. And more importantly, their significance and their place in the grand scheme of things that I wanted to accomplish. And therefore, the third disadvantage of being retired early is that loss of guaranteed income. Now, I say guaranteed income because income from employment typically is guaranteed. And we all know, or at least can think about, one colleague who is extremely lazy but still gets paid at the end of the month. We might even be that lazy colleague. Regardless of how hard you work or how hard you act like you're working, you still get paid at the end of the day. So your income from employment is pretty much guaranteed. Well, at least until your boss clocks onto what's actually going on. But needless to say, it is nice to have that beautiful bank balance at the end of every month, knowing precisely how you're going to spend it, or in my case, invest it. Now, there's a lot more I can say about life in early retirement, and I certainly will share more as time passes. But I want to conclude this video by saying this. I understand what a privileged position it is that I'm in, and I don't take it for granted. I currently have no plans to go back into 9 to 5. However, if an opportunity does arise, and it is one that I couldn't refuse, and it's one that is aligned with my future goals and ambitions, of course I will consider it. I was actually offered a position towards the end of last year in the Middle East. But guys, I'm really just enjoying being retired. I'm enjoying my peace of mind, and right now I'm living the life that I would want to live if I was retired in my 60s. And so it was a no thank you for me. And just like that, I'll see you in the next video. Look after yourselves. Bye for now.